What is going on, stock market and SoFi investors? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason. In today's episode, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to talk about all of my option strategies for SoFi stock. We've had a great couple of days. The stock just crossed over $19 per share today. Hopefully that momentum will continue. But in today's video, I'm going to talk about selling covered call options. You need 100 shares in order to buy or sell a contract. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about buying options, selling options, and buying cash secured puts. I'm going to show you all the different strategies that I use. I do buy some options occasionally, but more often than not, I am a seller of options, whether that's cash secured puts or selling covered calls where I'm up tens of thousands of dollars this year on SoFi covered call options alone. Again, I own around 6,500 shares of SoFi, but I also use these option strategies to get a little more juice out of the lemon, guys. So if you want to check out these option strategies, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into the video. All right, SoFi investors, I'm going to show you all of the different option strategies I have. Buying calls, selling covered calls, and buying cash secured puts. I use all three of those strategies. I'm also going to show you a put that I sold earlier today, and we'll sell some covered calls with you guys today. I'm going to go over all my different strategies. Right now, I got 1950s. I got 10 $20 calls coming in at where we sold them for $5. And then here we go. As you can see, all these are the dates right here, and then the strike price. I got 21.50s for Friday. I got $22 on Friday as well. And you can see the gain and loss on all of these different ones. We're up almost $4,000 on these $27 calls that end January 15th, 2027, right? So when I sold them, I got $700 per option. They're only worth $246 now. So we're up almost $4,000 on there. As you can see, I'm crushing the covered calls. I sold a lot of these covered calls when the stock price was really, really high, because I thought we could see a downtrend on the price, and it's worked out magnificently for us. Look at this. I sold 12 covered calls for the middle of next year at the $35 strike price. We're up $6,000 on those. And then what you can do is roll these covered calls closer to a date. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So here we go. We're going to go to roll position. We're clicked on the $35 calls for the middle of next year, because we're already up huge on these positions, right? So I'm going to go down to 1, and I'm just going to show you how to do this particular strategy that I like to do. It's one of my favorites. When you're ever up huge on a covered call that's way out in the distance, I'm going to buy that back, right? So here we are. Okay, at 6/17/2027. So let's see if I could buy it back closer for the 15th of 2027. We got to go a little bit closer to where the stock price trades right now. So we could go $27. Right, so a $27 strike price, and then we're going to lock in those gains. And we're also going to make between $11 and $19 depending on where this sells. I'm going to go in the middle here. I'm going to go around $16. We're going to get that into our brokerage account, but we're rolling this 6 months closer to the current date, right? So we don't have to wait as long as the middle of next year, because a lot can change and the price could run up in the meantime. So I want to buy 6 months of this option back. We're going to review, we're going to place order, and then I can click on order right here, and that'll tell me whether or not this filled or not, and it did fill. So I might do that as each month passes. I'll buy back another one, I'll buy back another one, and we'll go back to my account here in our positions. This is our 6-figure account here. As you can see, I do own 5,840 shares of SoFi. Okay, so I want to go back to I trade a lot of options, guys. I don't suggest trading this many options unless you are a seasoned pro at doing this like myself. And we can see I'm crushing it. with our SoFi gains. It's remarkable. And we locked in that 70% gain and locked it in. And then we come a little bit closer. So these ones that are out far into the middle of next year, we could get them a little bit closer. So I got these 10 calls, $33 strike price at June. I might just let that ride for sure because we're not up a lot percentage-wise. This is the gains on all the different option strategies we have. Like I sold 4 $29 calls for the middle of April. We're up 85%. Usually when I'm up over 80%, I like to roll the positions to a closer date, strike date. All right, so I also own a shitload of put strategies, right? Here they are down here, starting with $5 put in 2027. We're up 31% on that. And since the stock has come down considerably over the last 6 months, we're going to be underwater on a lot of these put strategies. But I don't hate buying SoFi at any of these prices. We have it from a range of $5 all the way up to $25. But these are the prices and the cost per share. So if you sell a $25 put and you get $332, so whatever this number is, you times that by 100 and you get the actual dollar amount that you're getting in your brokerage account. So we're paying less than $25. We're paying $22.68. That is our break-even price. So as long as SoFi is above $22.68 by this date, we will break even on our trade. And if we don't want to buy them at this price, as it gets closer to the strike price, we could roll it out to a farther date at a lower strike price as well. So we're going to be underwater on a lot of these, but most of them are coming up within the next few months. So if we take a look at all of our different strategies, we could look at 2026. We got some Mays. We got 6 Septembers, $15. I like this one a lot. We got $121 per contract. So we're talking $13.80. I'll buy SoFi stock at $13.79 all day long. So that's what you got to take into consideration, not only what the strike price is, but how much money you got back in return. So if we take a look, this ITM over here means all the ones I'm in the money on right now that I will have to buy at this particular strike price. So right here, I'm going to show you how to roll an option right here. So 320, we have a $19 put. So I'm going to hit roll position. But this time, what I'll do is instead of going closer to today's date, I'm going to go farther away. So this is 3/20/2026, $19. So I'm going to go, let's say May 15th, right? See, this is the difference. So I want to go to as close of that price of $1.20 as I can. So now it's getting close. I don't know if $16 will clear it. No. So instead of having to buy SoFi at $19 per share on March 20th, I could kick it down the road 2 months to May 15th. And I'll have to pay $17 per share, $1,700. And I'm going to get a $23 credit. So $16.77 would be my break even on this contract, not counting what I got from the last one. But since we're underwater, we could see this price right here compared to this price. So at the end of this trade and the other trade, we could potentially get 23 extra bucks. So I'm going to go down to 21 and see if this fills. I'm going to place order, and we'll go to order and see if it filled. And it did fill, which is great for us. So now the worst case scenario is come May, I'm going to have to buy it at $17 per share or $1,700 for 100 shares of the contract instead of the $19. So it saves us 200 bucks potentially if SoFi continues to go down. But now we're not in the money anymore. We're out of the money. So that is a good thing as well. So this way, we kind of hedge our position a little bit and hope that SoFi can continue this uptrend over the last couple of days and be over that strike point once May comes along. So here's all my different puts. We could see them from $5 all the way up to $25. And I'm probably going to roll this one out as well. This 320, 2026, $25. I got $265 back. So it's going to be in that $22-ish range, my break even. So I'll kick this bad boy down the road as we get closer. I am hoping that SoFi can continue the $19, $20, and then I could kick it down a little farther, not to pay this high price of, this is the cost of it right now, $615 or $615. So these are all the different strategies that I'm using right now, and we are up huge on these covered calls, like thousands upon thousands of dollars. $1,200, $1,900, $1,500, $5,500, $2,000, $3,000, $1,000, $3,000, another $1,000 up there, guys. I'm crushing the covered calls. So you want to sell covered calls when the stock goes on a huge run. And then you want to buy puts when the stock is getting banged up and that RSI is under that $30 range. So I'm going to show you some of the trades I made in today's SoFi. I'm going to go to filled. And then here we go. These are the ones I just showed you guys. And then this is the one that I sold earlier today. This, I'm going to go back. This is a little bit harder to read. But I'm going to go back to today. Bear with me here, guys. We're going to go to all the filled ones. I love this put. So what I did was I bought $13 puts for June of 2028. A little bit down the road. And I bought them. I received $335 per contract. I sold 3 contracts, so I got almost $1,000 in this one trade. And worst comes to worst, with the $335 I got, where it was filled at, I have to buy SoFi, worst case scenario, under $10 per share. $9.65 to be exact. I will gladly, I think I might sell a couple more of these. The $13 puts for the middle of 2028. Woo, baby. It's a far ways away, right? For sure. But as the stock price goes up, we could start moving that put option closer and closer to today's date and use those gains. So that's what I want to do. I want to sell puts when the stock price is depressed. I want to sell covered calls when the stock is overvalued. And if my shares get taken away, so be it. And if I do think the stock's going to keep running, I could always kick the strike price and date down the road a little bit. These are all my different strategies. I love this. For 3 contracts, I made $1,000. And worst comes to worst, I got to buy SoFi stock under $10 per share. And I do like selling covered calls closer to the money, because if the stock starts to run, I could kick them out a little bit farther. So we could look at the options chain. I'll sell a covered call for you guys right now. We'll go to calls. And let's go. These are all the different dates. Let's go March 27th. My birthday's on the 28th. I'm going to be 40. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Where did the freaking time go? So let's do the $22 calls in 24 days from now. Well, I always like to do the mid. You always want to squeeze a little more money out if you can, right? We'll go to $31. And if they don't take it, then what we'll do is we'll go down to 30. But I always like to try to get a little more money as opposed to just going for the bid price. So we're going to go to calls. We're going to sell to open. We're going to review this, place the order, and we shall see if it filled. And it filled, guys. We got the $31 in our brokerage account right now. So what I'll do, I'll take that $31 that I just got, and I'll buy 1 share SoFi at $18.97. And then I get to keep the other $12 in my brokerage account to buy whatever I want, or just stock up my cash pile. All right, guys, there are all my option strategies for SoFi stock, what I'm doing over the next couple of years. And if you guys like these type of options videos where I can update you on all my SoFi option strategies? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace.